Old English had two words for pride, prud and orgul. Prud was mostly negative, it was like a haughty sense of prideful, whereas orgul was mostly positive, it meant like renowned or esteemed. Now if you hear that word prud, you might think that it's related to the word prude in modern English, and it might be, we're not 100% sure. There is an old French noun prud de femme, which meant a noble woman, and people might have misanalyzed that as instead of being three words, prud de femme, as two words, prude femme, a proud woman. But later its meaning changed to someone who was excessively prim or demure. Now that Old English word prude came from the Latin word prode, meaning advantageous or useful, and that comes from a verb prodesse, meaning to be useful. That has two parts, pro, meaning in front of or before, and esse, meaning to be. So it literally meant to be in the front of. That's where we get the Spanish word proeza, the Italian prodezza, the French prouesse, and that French word is where we get the English word prowess from, meaning an act of bravery. Okay, but what about that other Old English word, orgol? That word doesn't exist in English anymore, but before it disappeared, it was borrowed into all of the Romance languages. So in French, you have orgueil, in Italian, you have orgoglio, and in Spanish, you have orgullo. So the word for pride in Germanic was borrowed from Latin, but the word in all the Romance languages that descend from Latin was borrowed from Germanic. So we switched the words for pride. Outside of the Germanic and Romance languages, however, a lot of the words for pride are a compound of a word meaning over or high, plus another word meaning heart, mood, or appearance. So ancient Greek had hyperepinos, meaning over-appearing. Gothic had haithouts, meaning high conscience. Old English even had some additional words. Overmoedig, literally over-moody. We also had heofort, or high-hearted. And in some other Indo-European languages, the word for pride is based on a verb meaning swollen or puffed up. That's the case with the Welsh word balch. Also the modern Greek word kamadi, which comes from the ancient Greek verb meaning to make an arch, to puff up the chest, or to be puffed up. Happy Pride!